Alright, let's talk about something that's been blowing up in both the fashion and outdoor worlds lately. How a $50 hiking sandal became the unexpected darling of high fashion. I mean, who would have thought, right? But here we are, and it's a story that's way more fascinating than it seems on the surface. So let's dive in. First off, the sandal in question is the Xero Shoes Genesis. Now, personally, I think what makes this story so intriguing is the sheer contrast between its origins and where it's ended up. This sandal wasn't designed for runways or Instagram feeds, it was created for barefoot runners. Like, actual athletes who wanted something minimal between their feet and the ground. The founders, Steven Sashen and Lena Phoenix, started Xero Shoes in 2009 out of Boulder, Colorado, and their whole mission was about performance, not fashion. Sashen even started by buying sheets of rubber and cording from Home Depot to DIY his own sandals. That's the kind of grassroots, functional origin story that I find so compelling. It's like the sandal was born in a completely different universe from the one it's now dominating. What's really interesting here is how this sandal, which has been around for almost 20 years, suddenly became a fashion icon. I mean, it's not like the design changed. It's still the same ultra-thin sole and adjustable corded upper. But then Miu Miu dropped a pair of sandals in their spring 2024 collection that looked strikingly similar, and everything exploded. Suddenly, everyone in fashion was talking about these $900 sandals, and then the dots got connected to Xero's $50 version. From my perspective, this is a classic case of high fashion co-opting something functional and turning it into a trend. But what many people don't realize is that Xero's sandal wasn't just a knockoff, it was the original. It's like the fashion world rediscovered something that was already there, and that's what makes this story so meta. Now, let's talk about the collaborations, because that's where things get even more interesting. Xero teamed up with J.Crew and Literary Sport, and these partnerships feel like a perfect blend of performance and style. The J.Crew collab, with its colorful cords and printed footbeds, is a great example of how a simple design can be elevated without losing its essence. And the Literary Sport version, with leather cording and a bead, is the most expensive sandal Xero's ever sold, and it sold out in 8 days. What this really suggests is that there's a growing appetite for this kind of hybrid product, something that's functional but also stylish. It's like the lines between outdoor gear and fashion are blurring, and I think that's a trend we're going to see a lot more of. But here's the thing that immediately stands out to me: Xero isn't trying to pretend they're a luxury brand. They're still performance first, and they're okay with the fact that their sandal is being called a dupe of Miu Miu's version. In fact, they're embracing it. I think that authenticity is a huge part of why they've been so successful. If you take a step back and think about it, it's rare for a brand to stay true to its roots while also dipping its toes into the fashion world. Xero's managing to do both, and that's what makes them so compelling. What's also fascinating is how this sandal fits into the broader trend of gorpcore, that whole aesthetic of wearing outdoor gear in urban settings. I mean, let's be real, these sandals are not exactly subtle. They're minimal, yes, but they also expose a lot of foot, which is not something you typically see in high fashion. And yet, here they are, being styled with everything from the row pants to beaded cheese. This raises a deeper question: why are we so drawn to this kind of utilitarian aesthetic right now? Is it a reaction to the excess of fast fashion? Or is it just a natural evolution of what we consider stylish? Personally, I think it's a bit of both. There's something appealing about wearing something that's both functional and fashionable, and these sandals are the perfect example of that. So, where does this leave us? Well, for one, it's clear that Xero's Genesis sandal isn't just a passing trend. It's become a cultural phenomenon, bridging the gap between performance and fashion in a way that feels both authentic and innovative. And the fact that they're keeping the price at $50? That's a move that I think a lot of brands could learn from. It's like they're saying, yeah, we're in the fashion world now, but we're not forgetting where we came from. That kind of humility is rare, and it's one of the reasons I'm rooting for them. As we wrap this up, I'm left thinking about how this story challenges our assumptions about what fashion can be. Who says a hiking sandal can't be stylish? Who says performance gear can't be trendy? Xero's sandal is proof that these worlds aren't mutually exclusive, they can coexist, and in fact, they can thrive together. So, here's my question for you: what other functional items do you think could become the next big fashion trend? Let me know in the comments, because I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep wearing whatever makes you feel good.